Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Stanley Parable. Or well, actually another episode of HBSgaming where where me, Josh, I'll be playing the Stanley Parable. So I realized that I got most of the endings already, but as I was looking through the internet, I saw that there were a few more hidden endings. So
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying. So far, he's doing excellent. And if he just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be attempting a few of those hidden endings just for a while. So yeah, let's get on with this. The first one I'll be doing, I'll try to get the glitch ending, the suicide glitch ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, how do we do this? Ah, there we are. Okay. Whee!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No?
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Is that it? Oh, they built it up so much. Okay. Let's try it again, but let's press yes. Because what the hell, right?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, this is a little bit hard to get. Give it a sec. I got it. There we are. Yeah. There we are. One more time.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley.
Oh my god.
Who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Is that it? Oh, there must be more. If they have this music on loop, yeah, okay. Okay, the next one I'll be going for is the wrong ending, wrong beginning. Actually, the next one I wanted to go for was the Button Heaven one. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, the thing about Button Heaven one is that I gotta go around find computers with the input, awaiting input, and then press the keyboard, and then I gotta restart. So I'll be restarting quite a few times. So yeah, just watch it and let's see how this ends.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where's
what
the
could it
next
mean?
one?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, there we are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Usually the narrator says different lines though, you know, spice things up a bit.
When Stanley came
The
to a
next
set
one,
of
I
two open
think it's
doors,
at the
he
boss's
entered the
office.
door on his left.
Or near the boss's office anyway.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
let's
to
get
his
the full
boss's
Broom
office,
closet one.
hoping he might... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh, hello to Deadshot
There was
2025.
nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an
Thanks
empty
for
broom
joining
closet.
us.
No reason to
Yeah.
still be here.
Look at the panels below for to see more of the games that we play.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Yeah, guys, because I realized that the broom closet ending is more to than what we
You do
did the
realize
last
there's
time.
no choice or anything
So,
in
yeah.
here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
But I'm still moving around.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. The fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Anything more? Third time? No? Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
There.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Oh, I can hear the rain. There we are. Awaiting input. Input. Okay. There's more in the broom closet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Broom closet, here we come. Dun, 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 dun.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay. That was sort of all. Yeah, so that was more or less the whole broom closet ending. You just that you get more stuff on your second and third time you go in there. And button heaven, here we come. Lel. Is that it? Trippy. Is the background singing buttons? It is. Buttons. Okay, I think this is getting a little bit, boring. All right, let's go check out the broom closet again, and I'll be stopping for the Stanley Parable. But stay tuned. I'll be playing Watch Dogs after this. So yeah, don't go away. Go on drinking.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay. Uh oh, not this glitch. The glitch with where the narrator doesn't appear.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, just a final touch on the broom closet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be all for today. Thank you guys. That'll be all for Stanley Parable. Thank you guys for joining. Stay tuned. I'll be playing Watch Dogs. I'll be playing Watch Dogs after this. So don't go away. Thank you guys. See you.